March Metal Madness season. We didn't do one last year. Last year I was kind of in a fucked up place as far as this channel goes.
Doesn't matter.
I was working so much. I'm about to do some more changes to the Patreon, y'all. I'll get a video about that coming. Because only Kim Adams is our Patreon now, so we're only getting like $8 a month.
It's fine.
I think the highest,
really,
like, we're not
to
trying to make money doing this.
We've never been trying to make money.
We're just trying to have fun. But the monster shows on. I want to make more music videos. I want to do more. I have more fun speaking about music unscripted, and so we're just gonna do this for a while now. So you're not gonna see the monster show for a while. The big kicker on the monster show was how many times I had to re-upload our Halloween episode last year, and it kept getting fucking hit.
Thanks,
and
Gene
worldwide,
Simmons.
Yeah, fucking A, man.
Dude, we spent all the time filming it.
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
we all had to schedule
it.
we all had to take time out of our own time to do this.
Yeah,
and then YouTube was like, no.
And there are so
Gene
many funny
Simmons
moments.
says no.
So many funny moments in
I
there.
had fun doing it.
Yeah, so.
And I always had fun doing the show.
But I would like to keep the characters and do like skits. I still want to do a video for like a day in the life of Juggalo Jones. That would still be really funny.
Juggalo Jones and Emo Jones.
Yeah, and Emo Jones.
They need to pop up every now and then.
Yeah, do some like
the,
special videos
the
for
new
them.
metal guys. They were
the
fun.
new metal guys. I'd like to record some songs as them and do music videos as them. So
great.
we got some cool shit coming. But now it's March Metal Madness season.
And we got to jump on it.
The
first time we're doing it.
We might do a spastic behavior.
This is Beatles.
Yeah, but this is Beatles.
We're talking about Beatles on March Metal Madness. How is that possible?
Yeah, how is that possible? It's possible because Zach today, was it today you found out?
Yeah, it was today.
Zach found a shitload of Beatles album things at a Goodwill.
Dude, this Goodwill had nothing but, like, someone must have died or something. Because I'm going through all these CDs and Melissa's going through all of them too, and it's all like, dude, it's all, everything. It's like, this is someone's collection.
Yeah.
Like,
just
you take it out of here, and you can tell a pattern of someone's collection. Every damn CD in that store was Beatles referenced, or direct Beatles, or
now, is there any Beatles they still
albums
have over there that I need to pick up?
Is there what?
Is there any Beatles stuff over there that I need to pick up?
No.
Okay.
There's no basic
actual albums.
There's no studio albums there.
Yeah, it's all, I'm not interested in solo
That's why
stuff.
I just kind of skimmed through everything. It was a bunch of fucking.
I'm looking at that Beatles mono CD box set. I've had it in my mind for a long fucking time.
What is in that?
All their studio albums, all remastered in mono.
No.
Yeah.
You don't want mono.
I do want mono because they were originally recorded in mono, so they you're hearing them in their original state, just not on vinyl.
Yeah, I guess. But you'd have to turn it up.
You're gonna have to turn it up, yeah.
And it's not gonna pan right.
It's not. Well, that's the thing. It's not. It's not necessarily not gonna pan right. It's gonna pan the way it was originally recorded.
Yeah.
So this is before stereo.
Yeah, that is true. It's the most organic way.
Because that's a thing too. The those Turtle albums I bought. They had. It's 2 discs. One's the original mono recordings and one's the stereo versions. The mono recordings sound way better. Even though the stereo ones are a little louder and they pan, the mono versions sound more equally leveled. It tripped me out. I'm not an audiophile, but I understand.
Yeah, a lot of
some
audiophiles
things.
don't like Rick Rubin.
I guess he's part of that loudness war.
Yeah, he is, because he masters everything at a loud-ass level.
Which doesn't bother, like I said, I'm not an audiophile, so it doesn't bother me. I don't know what I'm looking for to hate, as far as sound goes. So, drop the line in the comments and explain it.
I just know that old albums or old CDs that you buy sound very low, and you gotta turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, I do like my.
You don't have to turn them up.
Yeah, I'd rather turn something
like
on 10 and hear it decently than have to turn it on 15 to 20 to hear it good.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like, why isn't there a basic, like a standard sound level But at some points, I just say it's due to the times. But in the 2000s, I did notice
Things are definitely louder.
The loudness of it was like, dude, you need to turn it down to actually hear everything.
Yeah, because you'll go from one album and you'll have it turned pretty up.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you switch to another album, it's really loud and you got to turn it down a little bit. You got to adjust your volume.
It's like if you had a band that released an album in '99 and then in 2002, you got to turn it down.
And even with like a lot of that Frank Zappa I bought last year, when you compare some of the original vinyl recordings that are remastered to the Ryko versions that I originally had, the original vinyl recordings sound a lot better than the Ryko versions. But Ryko apparently was notorious for fucking things up. We're not talking about all this stuff. It is March Metal Madness. This is a Beatles cover album called Butchering the Beatles, which is a pretty fun title, but it's a heavy metal cover album of the Beatles, but they do this in a way that I don't like all that much. Like, you and I were just talking about this. I wish it was actual bands covering these songs, like your standard kind of cover tribute album where they just get a couple different bands to cover random ass songs. This one just takes random ass artists and puts them together to do a track. And you wind up with most of this album. Josh is here.
Oh.
Most of this album just has a lot of guys from like Whitesnake, Night Ranger, fucking, a lot of artists that I'm not a fan of. But then there's a lot of artists on here. Cheers. There's a lot of artists on here that I am familiar with. Blasco, who plays on, I think, only Hellbilly Deluxe from Rob Zombie, and John Tempesta is on one of the tracks, who was also with Rob Zombie, and even John 5 is on a track. You just got random artists together. What up, Josh? Love the shirt.
What up, guys?
Love the shirt. We're talking about this Beatles, heavy metal Beatles cover album that's
I
just
found
a
it
little
at Goodwill,
wild.
and I'm like, we got to do this.
Yeah, it's a little weird. But there's prominent artists on here that everybody knows.
Your first 3 tracks.
Yeah, your first 3 tracks, definitely.
The hype sticker tells it all.
The hype sticker tells it all, because you've got CC DeVille. Who was CC DeVille?
Poison? He was Poison guitarist.
Is he Poison?
I think he's Poison guitarist.
I don't know. See, a lot of artists I don't give a fuck
Google
about.
Me, or you can like hate us in the comments or something.
He sounds like a Motley Crue kind of guy.
Well, Poison was kind of a Motley Crue.
Yeah, those guys all sound the same.
Fucking glamour,
glitter rock
bands back in the day.
But you got Alice Cooper singing "Hey Bulldog."
That's all right. I liked it.
Pretty cool track.
I liked that one.
And who else is on this track? Steve Vai, great guitarist. You've got Duff McKagan, who was from Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver. All right.
Yeah.
Who else is on here? Drums is Mikey D. I can barely read the Dark Red on Black. Horrible people.
Just give me white on black.
Yeah, and he's from Motorhead.
Okay.
But it's a pretty cool cover.
Is that drummer from Motorhead?
Yeah.
Why did they put him with Lemmy?
Yeah, why didn't they put him with Lemmy?
Did they?
No, because the one with
God
Lemmy...
damn, come on.
The one with Lemmy
if you got Lemmy on there, put him with this drummer. Fuck.
I mean, really.
This whole thing is fucked.
It's just random ass artists on a single track.
Lemmy's got to sing this song. You're not playing drums on it because we want to...
Yeah.
Come on.
So... Track 2 is a cover of Back in the USSR. Really decent cover. Lemmy Kilmister singing.
Yeah, I like how he sings it. It's great.
Gotta love Lemmy. I'm not the biggest Motorhead fan, but he's the kind of dude I respect in the metal world.
Yeah.
I mostly know him from, I think it's Nighthawk, his prog band he was in back in the day. I don't
really have much to say about Lenny because I haven't really heard much.
Lemmy's one of those dudes dudes
You
that
just knew about.
you knew about him and you knew he was a badass, but
Yeah.
I never really followed Motorhead all that much.
Yeah, we didn't.
Sorry.
It's just one of those bands we're not really into.
Like,
not that
they
we're
had some
not
rockin'
into
tracks. I remember he was in, what was that movie, Hardwire or Hardware? That it was based on a story that takes place in the Judge Dredd world, and Lemmy plays. It's like a post-apocalyptic future.
Was this like a sequel or something?
No,
to
it's
Judge Dredd.
Hell, it came out before Judge Dredd. It was
What
all
the fuck?
Yeah, it was all part of that same magazine comic book thing.
What?
Yeah, but
Damn.
But it was made by the guy, I always forget his name, but the guy who was a crazy weird director, made a Sandman movie. He directed like half of the Island of Dr. Moreau before they fired him. But
So he got Justice League?
yeah, he got Justice League.
Or
But,
Snydered. He got Snydered.
Yeah, he got Snydered. So in this movie, Lemmy is a taxi driver and he's driving this guy around, and some Motorhead is playing on the fucking radio, and he's like, "Oh man, I love this band." And like, all right, I love some meta jokes. But yeah, Dee's really good cover, man. But Eric Singer is playing drums, who was in Kiss and Alice Cooper.
Why did they get the Kiss drummer to play with him and not his own drummer?
But this also has John Five playing guitar.
That's cool.
John Five is one of those guitarists. We call him the studio slut. We've used this word before, like
with like Josh Freese.
Yeah, Josh Freese, one of these artists that like
They're on everything.
everything, man. Like fucking John Five is on Marilyn
Claypool.
Manson, Rob Zombie, Claypool in a way. You know, he's a more prominent artist as opposed to a studio slut.
But everyone that's come to Claypool and
Yeah.
he's played with.
Everyone that he's played with,
Like there's is it 6 Degrees?
yeah, like a 6 Degrees of
Yeah.
Claypool,
The
a
6
6
Degrees of
Degrees to
Claypool.
Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson, because you know John Five is in all kinds of shit. You know, same thing with Josh Freese. You know, fucking this dude is on Offspring albums, Nine Inch Nails albums. All kinds of shit that doesn't match, but he's that kind of drummer who can do anything. He played drums on that second Sublime with Rome album, you know, and he's playing fucking reggae style drums. So it's like, this dude can do any kind of genre, so he's the easy guy to call. You know, if you don't have anybody, call Josh Freese. But then we get Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That was really good.
Yeah, I didn't like the first chorus, but when it came in
Yeah, it
again,
sounded like he was holding it back, you said.
Yeah, he was holding that shit back. It just didn't feel like he was giving it.
And this is
Like-
Jeff Tate from Queensryche and
Yeah, I don't know
Michael
much
Winton
Queensryche.
from Queensryche. Have a couple Queensryche albums. I've got Operation Mindcrime, which, you know, classic, but and then I've got a couple live albums of there. They're good, but I'm not too into them.
Yeah.
Not too into them. Who else is on this track? Also, you've got, yeah, everyone else is from Dio. Fucking Craig Goldie from Dio is playing guitar. Bass is Rudy Sarzo from Dio. I can barely read, so if I'm saying anything wrong, I'm sorry. The drummer is Simon Wright from Dio. The keys is Scott Warren from Dio. It's just Dio featuring Queensryche.
Oh, damn! It just
Why didn't you get fucking?
So was Dio not available that day?
Yeah, what the fuck? Was Dio just?
Did he
at
ask
the
for
house?
too much money to do a Beatles song, or was he embarrassed to do a Beatles song?
Right? Come
he
on.
could have rocked that shit out.
Dio would have killed Lucy
Oh
in
my
the Sky.
God.
With So then you get Tomorrow Never Knows, which was
That would
one
have
that
been amazing.
it would have been amazing as fuck. Then you get Tomorrow Never
Fuck.
Knows, one of my favorites. There are two
The
favorites
best
on
song
here.
on the fucking album.
Yeah, two songs on here to me are like my favorites. And definitely Tomorrow Never Knows because you got Billy Idol. He's
Oh, that
singing.
one was good. I
His
like that
guitarist
one.
Steve Stevens is playing. But then you got Blasco from Ozzy Osbourne and Hellbilly Deluxe again playing bass. And then drums is the Billy Idol drummer. Who is this guy? This guy is...
Why do they put him with? Or that is Billy Idol.
Yeah,
singing.
Brian Tichy.
Doesn't matter.
But this
Billy
one was
Idol's
great.
drummer.
This one was great because when it came on, I told Zach, I was like, this
Yeah,
shit sounds
Chemical
like
Brothers.
Chemical Brothers. So I turn on Let Forever Be
And we
with
went on this
Chemical
little
Brothers
fucking
and
rabbit hole
It's
of
a little
looking
rabbit
through
hole,
British
man.
shit for a minute.
looking through British shit because we always say this, we've said this a lot, there's a British sound that you only get from British people. When they're doing rock or anything,
The horns.
British people just know how to use horns in rock music. They know how to use, there's a certain way their bass sounds.
Yeah.
There's a certain way the
drums.
drums. And when I heard this, I'm like, this sounds a lot like fucking Let Forever Be. I kept waiting for Noel Gallagher to come in talking about, how does it feel to let forever be? And I'm like, fuck, dude. I was like, dude, I gotta turn this off for a second. I gotta show you Let Forever Be, because he's not as familiar with Chemical as I am.
But I heard that, I was like, I know that song.
Yeah, it's like, I know that song because you play it. And then, damn, it's almost identical.
Yeah.
It's almost identical. The bass, the drums, very similar, very similar. Tripped me out. Tripped me out.
A little bit remind me, I gotta show you some songs that I just figured out sound exactly the same.
No, rad. I do like songs that sound the same because I like comparing shit.
Yeah.
Then we have another one that was a really good cover on here is the Magical Mystery Tour with Jeff Scott Soto from Yngwie Malmsteen Band. You've got Yngwie Malmsteen playing lead guitar in here, and he fucking shreds it. Malmsteen's a guitar god.
That song was actually pretty good.
Really fucking rad. Who else is on here? Rhythm guitar is Bob Kulick from Meatloaf and Paul Stanley Band. Bass is Jeff Pilsen from Dokken and Foreigner. See, it's a lot of people we don't fucking follow on this album.
Yeah.
You know?
The hype sticker. But honestly, you know what sold me? The fucking cover.
Yeah, alright, let me show you
The album cover and the title of the album is what sold me on it.
Let me show you the album
It's
cover.
called Butchering the Beatles.
Yeah, Butchering the Beatles.
And I'm like, alright.
It's that meat thing from...
Yeah.
Which album is that? Which one is that? Is it Revolution? Which Beatles album had that cover?
It's an LP. It's a single release.
Where they had to change the album cover because you got some baby dolls on them with meat.
Yeah.
Which one was that? But yeah, it follows that.
One of their LPs.
Follows that. But it looks cool. Looks rad. Check it out, Josh. Really cool little album cover. But yeah, so a lot of artists that I don't follow that, you know, I like Foreigner songs I hear on the radio, but I'm not buying any Foreigner albums. You know, Foreigner's just what. There's just some of those bands where it's like, oh man, the radio songs are really good, but I almost can guarantee you I'm not gonna get into a full Foreigner album. I'm not gonna.
No.
You know.
No.
I'm like, dude, Double Vision's on, you know, or fucking Jukebox Hero. All right, I'm down with that, but I don't know if I could turn on a whole Foreigner album and be like, yeah, you know, I don't know. But
or their whole discography.
yeah, or their whole fucking
God
discography.
forbid their whole discography.
Man, I guarantee you, if a Foreigner album came out today, it's not gonna be for me. It's not for me.
That's for that one guy holding on.
Yeah, one guy.
One of these days are gonna be good.
It's like when you get it. It's like I'm a big Yes fan, but I'm not really buying any new Yes albums, man, because I know there's that sweet spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's that sweet spot. I'm not gonna. There's like 20 Yes albums.
That's funny because
Not
that's
buying
where
them all, man.
the other guys from Kiss are at. They're like, we don't really need to release new material.
Yeah,
and that's truly
that
honest.
is true,
You don't.
man. Kiss
You
made
don't
some of the
need to
best
release
songs in their
anything.
career within like the first 4 years. You know, 4 or 5 years.
But the last couple of decades, they've at least released so many.
Like, yeah, even
It's like,
though
why?
Even though I like a lot of the Lick It Up style Kiss shit, I loved the Psycho Circus album. I used to
Yeah.
kill that when I was young.
But they've released so many since Psycho Circus.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's like, why? You don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need to because people are still going to your concerts.
Yeah, they're still gonna bite your face.
So after this, we get Revolution. That I thought was pretty good, but it was a little too bluesy. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top is on that. Background vocals by Vivian Campbell from Def Leppard.
God.
You know,
it's like one of those albums.
Mike Porcaro from Toto. You
Toto.
know, on
It's all
bass.
80s bands.
Yeah, it's a lot of 80s guys.
But then what was that? Those two songs that sounded like 90s.
We're getting to those later on. But Revolution was okay. It was a little too blues rocky for me. That was a definite skip. But Day Tripper. Alright, Day Tripper.
Yeah.
I love the Typo Negative cover of
See,
Day
if you're
Tripper.
gonna butcher the Beatles, do that one.
Because they, you know, Typo Negative just turned it into a melody. They took like 3 Beatles songs, I believe, and kind of mixed them together. And they do it in epic Typo fashion. To me, Typo Negative was one of those great bands who could do a cover song and just blow it out of the water and make it their own. And
I love that they can change.
Yeah.
They can make every other like
even
they can take a cover song and make it their own, like Nirvana.
Yeah,
does cover songs.
Like when Rob Zombie would do a cover track, or sometimes
his American band version.
That's where you get a little iffy. But when you get to shit like his Ramones cover, all right,
exactly. Or his Brick House.
Yeah, the Brick House cover was rad. Even when you
Boogeyman.
Yeah, the fucking Boogeyman. God damn it, from fucking White Zombie and the Crow City of Angels.
That Boogeyman was the song that like put him on the map for me. That was
that's when we first knew who they were. Like when we were kids.
Like this song is cool. I'm Boogeyman.
That's what I am. And fucking
that was like when we had Sega and we were playing the fucking X-Men game. I remember that. I remember that game, the X-Men game, or no, that song, the X-Men game, and us having a Sega.
Yeah.
And being at our grandparents' house.
So,
cool.
You know, to me, the Typo Negative covers even better. Like even Typo Negative when they did a cover of Paranoid and slowed it the fuck down.
Yeah.
Great cover.
There's so many ways you can. There's so many different.
Took a
versions
song
of
that's so
Paranoid.
fast and made it 2 miles an hour, you know?
How many times can you play Paranoid at the same speed?
Same riffs. I mean,
it's like
the Typo Negative version is almost indistinguishable.
That's why I got into Dillinger.
Yeah, their remake of that was great. The Sweeney
Charlie
version.
let me hear their cover version of Paranoid, and I said, "Holy fucking shit, that's cool. I gotta hear more." And it was nothing like that song. It was more weird, but not as good as that song, in my opinion. I don't know. Dillinger's great, but I'm not really listening to that anymore.
Yeah, like I like Dillinger, but
at the time, dude, I was loving some Dillinger, but I don't. When it comes, I put my music on shuffle every time I'm at work, and I just listen. But when Dillinger comes up for some reason, I'm like, that's just too much.
Sometimes, I mean, we're at the age. I'm at the age now that sometimes some aggressive shit isn't working for me at the moment.
I hate it. Like,
I love it.
It's not that it's
I'm
aggressive.
not turning it on as much.
It's like I heard it so much when it came out, and all those albums. Here's the thing. I got out of it so much that I barely listened to the last.
Oh, their final album?
Final album that they say, whatever, they'll come back in 30 years.
Yeah, eventually they'll come back.
But
everyone does.
I mean, it's not even the original lineup of the band.
Yeah.
It's never been the original lineup. It's like a guitar player and other people.
Yeah,
so it doesn't really matter if Dillinger stops. That's where I've always been. But the last album came out in what,
I remember the one with the bird on the
15,
cover.
16, and I'm like,
I
listened to it once, but I kind of skimmed through a lot of it because I had the feeling of where it was gonna go.
Yeah.
I put it on my computer. And
I liked the album that had Gil Sharon on drums because he's from Stolen Babies, and I fucking love Stolen Babies.
But I hate saying that the only time I heard the last Dillinger album, a band I used to like, the only time I heard it was I skimmed through it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in different places, man. People change. People change. Like right now, you know, I bought the rest of the Enya this year. You know what I mean? Fuck.
This is what it feels like to be old Billy.
Feels like to be old Billy. So yeah, we get to I Feel Fine, which has John Bush from Anthrax.
And he's not Anthrax.
Yeah, and it's not even Scott Ian from Anthrax.
Yeah, it's like,
like
one guy that everyone... He's like the face of Anthrax at the moment.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but he is. He's such a fucking camera whore.
Yeah. He's the guy from Anthrax everybody knows. Or at
He's
least
the bald
me.
guy with the
I've got-
goatee.
Yeah, I've got like 3 Anthrax albums. You know, I'm not.
You got more than I. You got 3 more than I do.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the thrash metal world. You know, so another horrible confession on March Metal Madness is I'm saying I'm not a big fan of the thrash metal world, but I'm not. Get a little bored with it. You know, get a little bored with it, but. We got that guy on here. Who else? I could not read this. Stephen Carpenter from Deftones. I don't even know what he does in Deftones. You know, I only know of Chino.
It doesn't say what he's playing.
Well, on here he's playing guitar. So I guess
Then
he's the
probably a
Deftones
guitar. Like, yeah,
guitarist.
okay. But they put well-known names on there, but it's like it's not people you know from those bands.
But you've got Mike Inez from Ozzy Osbourne and Alice in Chains. This is where you got John Tempesta playing drums. He's from Testament, The Colts, but what I don't understand is why not mention Rob Zombie? He was on Hellbilly Deluxe. Come on, y'all. But you're gonna say Ozzy Osbourne and motherfucking
Because Ozzy.
Tempest or what?
Testament?
Testament.
Testament?
Yeah, even Testament is one of those thrash metal bands that like.
Because like if Rob Zombie's, they probably had to pay for those names.
Yeah.
So if Rob Zombie's name was on it, he would be like, no, I have to be on there. And they didn't like
I
his
think I
version.
kind of love Rob Zombie on a Beatles track.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been amazing. But
He probably
maybe
cost
he
you too
sent
much.
in he sent in a Beatles song and they weren't into it. Imagine if he
But I mean-
did like, I don't know, All Together Now.
But they mentioned Rob Zombie with John 5 though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
They mentioned Marilyn Manson and John 5 on this credit here.
Okay.
So yeah, why not? You got Blasco and Tempesta who are on Hellbilly Deluxe, man. One of the greatest Rob Zombie albums ever made. And so, but yeah, I don't really remember much of I Feel Fine.
I Feel Fine was the 90s song.
It was the one that kind of sounded 90s-ish. Which one, damn it, had the riff and it sounded like the Friends theme song. Was that?
I Feel Fine.
Oh no, it was, oh God, man.
Was I Feel Fine?
No, was it?
I feel fine. No, that's not it.
What would it, now what is that track? I feel driving the line.
Yeah, that's not
Driving
this.
the line.
Yeah, I saw the word and I'm like, I started thinking of that one song.
Fine.
Da na 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 na. Like I saw the words here, and my brain went somewhere else.
What are we talking about, people?
Beatles.
The Beatles.
On the March Metal Madness.
The Beatles on March Metal Madness, sir. Alright. Keep going.
Tax Man.
The Taxman. The Taxman.
That one kind of sucked.
It did kind of suck. But that was another one. That was another one that sounded 90s-ish, wasn't it?
Was it?
Can't remember. I
I think it might have been. I don't remember right now. We should have been recording it while we were listening to it. Because now we don't have any notes.
YouTube would be like, blocked.
Yeah, I know.
Worldwide.
It's more entertaining when it's like fresh.
Did
in
you
our
see what that
minds.
YouTube did to Jared Dines?
No.
Dude, they are fucking demonetizing the shit out of his videos even for one note of a song. He's got this shit he does, guess the song in one note. One fucking note, bro. They're fucking demonetizing his shit. Every note.
How the fuck? That one note could be
anything.
exactly.
Every note is in every song. There are no new notes, people. You know. Come on. It
What are they
tripped me out.
demonetizing it for? What note is that?
Exactly. It tripped me out because back in the day when we first started getting monetized, they fucking copyrighted my Dancing Worm music video. But
Oh, no.
Yeah, and I'm like, motherfuckers, I sent them an email doing the dispute shit. I said, this is my fucking song. I wrote this shit. And they eventually let up.
start copyrighting your stuff.
Yeah,
before you post
we
it.
should fucking do
That's
that.
YouTube can fuck you.
We fucking should, but
We're gonna get fucked. Sorry, because you can't say fuck enough on YouTube
Alright,
and they
I don't-
demonetize
but
you.
we're
Plus,
not.
for white males, you automatically lose.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
white people. It's 2019 and being
The funny
white.
thing is, you're actually Korean.
Yeah, I go Japanese.
We're not Korean.
Just
Hey,
like
well, that's
Japanese.
the thing.
Asian. Asians, but you're not slanty-eyed enough.
Yeah, we're not
Hold
slant.
up,
We got a
hold
little
up, hold
more.
up.
No, now you're
Hurrah.
being racist.
We got a little more of everything else
Hey,
that
Bayra.
counterbalances the. We got so much Indian.
Yeah,
we've
we're
got
Indian and Japanese.
bunch
We're
of
like
shit
we're
going
a
on.
We're
mutt.
fucking mutts.
Yeah,
We're all mutts.
Exactly.
We're not a pure anything. We're just
Exactly. We're
Well,
only 25%
we're
Japanese.
just part of the human race, people.
Exactly.
That's all we are. Doesn't
And we
matter
love
who or what you
everybody.
are. We're fucking humans.
Nobody's racist.
We're sentient beings
Harry.
that can do things. So what the hell is next?
Bye bye.
Fucking I saw her standing there with
Gross.
John
I know.
Corabi from Motley Crue, Phil Campbell from Motorhead again, Chris Chaney from Jane's Addiction.
Cheney.
But I saw her standing there. That was kind of cool, but I don't really remember much.
Yeah, the
Come
last song, what was it? Hey Jude.
Hey Jude. There's no way you can fuck up Hey Jude.
No.
Hey
You
Jude is
just
always
rock it
gonna
out
be
when
good.
it gets to the na-nas.
Yeah.
You
the-
build it up and you get to the na-na.
Yeah, that's what
na-na-na.
you're waiting for. When you're hearing
Then you-
Hey Jude, you're
yeah.
waiting for that fucking what's the money shot
Yeah.
of the song.
Na, na,
Now,
na,
him and I were
na,
talking,
na.
we're like, there's no way you can fuck that moment up, because it's a great
Yeah.
moment and a great song.
And then they solo over
Yeah,
it
they
for a
solo
little bit.
over it, but
I'm
here's
sitting
the
there
thing.
listening to it like, I've heard this,
so many times.
but not this particular amount
version.
of people. Now, I haven't heard it from them, but I've heard it before.
Yeah, so I'm like, somebody please do a cover of Hey Jude where the na-na-na part is different instruments. Do one where the xylophone is doing the na-na-na part, and then somebody says Hey Jude.
But you kind of
Then
play
it go-
it with the melody.
Exactly.
You don't change the tempo.
The fucking
You go
the
with
xylophone goes doom 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 doom. You know what I mean? Then you got a flute in there.
But you got that back with it
Yeah.
at the same time. They're harmonizing
yeah,
with
and
each
what
other.
what they do is it starts off with
It's
just
like dueling.
yeah, it starts off with one instrument, the next
You
fucking
build,
go around,
you build,
and then you got
you
more and
build,
more
and
instruments
you
hitting
end it
on
with
it.
Hey Jude.
A guitar comes in, you know, do something
Maybe
like
we
that.
should do that if we
We
had different
fucking
instruments.
should.
Do a banjo.
We fucking should, man.
We gotta get a banjo, a
We don't
mandolin.
do any covers.
a
I just
fucking
don't want to
cello.
sing Hey Jude.
Yeah, it sucks. That's the point. We don't have to because we're doing most of it on
We just need to do
instruments.
the na-na-na part, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's the best part of the song, people.
Yeah,
like,
just do
it's the
that.
part we're all here to hear.
You know what's funny though? Let It Be's not on here
Yeah.
because it's not obvious songs.
Yeah, because a lot of these, like you said, aren't. There's some obvious tracks.
Exactly. There's some
non-obvious
obvious tracks, but there's not a lot of obvious tracks.
Yeah. It's,
Because there's
I mean, I'm surprised I want to hold your
how
hand.
many?
isn't on here.
There's
I'd love
like
to hear that metal
one
up.
song from like White Album and Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
Like there, but there's no Twist and Shout. Everyone knows Twist and Shout and Hold Your Hand.
Yeah. Twist and Shout. Was that Beatles?
They did it.
I'm
yeah.
not very versed in Beatles lore. Sorry. He's the Beatles man.
It wasn't
of the group.
Beatles, but they had a version.
Like, I dig some
But
Beatles.
it was big that Beatles did it.
Oh, fascinating. So the last track,
Because they were like the first ones to rock the song, I guess.
last track is "Drive My Car," and man, would you believe that the singer, following that '80s thing, everybody on here is all '80s guys. Would you believe that the singer is Kip Winger
On the what?
on "Drive My Car"?
Oh.
Fucking Kip Winger, man. All right. So many hair metal guys, so many glitter rock guys that. Why couldn't we get Dee Snider on a track?
Right?
You know,
Because
come
you
on.
got Billy Idol.
Yeah, Billy Idol's cool. Great song, great version he did.
But then you
man.
also got Alice Cooper. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong with Alice Cooper. Love some fucking Alice. But
And then Lemmy. I'm sorry, the first three tracks.
the first three tracks blows the load early.
When you're like
premature
when you're in
ejaculation.
$2, y'all, when you're digging Goodwill and you're just looking for shit,
Fuck it, just check it out.
and you see the hype sticker, you see it, and but the first thing that catches your eyes is butchering
the Beatles. Great title for a tribute album.
That rolls off the tongue so great. I love it. And I saw this, and I'm like, oh my god, if this is like death metal or something, it'd be awesome. And I'm reading.
Yeah, I'll read them.
Oh, it's not really, but it's some metal. It's got Lemmy on there. Cool, I'll get it. Alice Cooper, and I got it. I was like, $2. Fuck it. You sold me on Lemmy and Alice Cooper.
As a tribute album,
It's not bad.
I give it a 5. It's a lot of the artists are people I don't really follow.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's just interesting. Some of the tracks are pretty good.
We should do some tribute albums.
We should look at some more tribute stuff. I love like the bluegrass tribute to Metallica kind of shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know?
Fuck yeah.
Like there's even like an orchestral tribute to
I did get
Filth.
a Beatles bluegrass tribute.
Oh really? Wow. That's probably awesome.
It's in the bag.
That's probably awesome as fuck.
We'll put it on there.
So yeah, I give it a 5 as a tribute album. It is what it is.
As a tribute album, you're probably right. I give it a 5 because
blows its load real early.
Yeah, it does. It's premature.
The only tracks I want to hear is the Lucy in the Sky and that what's the one with Billy Idol? The one with Billy Idol that sounds like Let Forever Be, but I'm probably turning on Let Forever Be.
I like Magical Mystery Tour.
That was cool. That's another one. Like 3 tracks I really did.
Billy Idol is Tomorrow Never Dies.
Yeah.
Or Tomorrow Never
Dies.
Tomorrow Never Knows.
This motherfucker.
Tomorrow Never Dies. That was like the worst fucking... Wasn't it one of the worst?
One of the worst fucking...
James Bond
What's
movies?
that guy's name? Pierce Brosnan? One of the worst ones, right? Is that the one?
I don't know any of...
Is that the
like,
one
the
with
only
the ice
James...
shit?
I saw the last James Bond with him and the first one. I didn't see any in-between. I don't know how many in-betweens there are.
Yeah, not a
But
big
I saw
James
the first
Bond
and the
fan.
last of the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies.
Yeah. That's
And then I saw...
the one with that Madonna song.
No, I probably saw 2 of the, what is that dude's name? The new guy.
Oh, Craig. I've only seen that first one, the Casino Royale.
I saw Casino Royale and Skyfall.
Skyfall.
I
There
think
was
I saw
that one. There was
Skyfall.
Spectra or Spectre.
Spectre. I didn't see Spectre. I saw Skyfall.
Quantum of Solace.
Quantum of Solace.
That was the direct sequel to Casino Royale.
I didn't see Quantum of Solace. I saw Skyfall, I think.
I like Casino Royale. I like the guy in Mads Mikkelsen in there. Mikkelsen, Mikkelsen.
Dude, that one was so we took like 3 times to
Three
finish
times
that
to
movie.
finish that movie, but
My God.
I liked how he had Bond sitting
But
on
we
that
only
chair.
saw it once. That goddamn poker game took so fucking long. Anyway,
Yeah.
I give it a 5 as well.
5 out of 5. Check out some of the tracks if you're a Beatle fan, if you're a metal fan.
Yeah,
Worth checking out.
$2.
Nothing to write home
not
about.
bad.
Nothing to really fucking, but it's something interesting that Zach has found that was, let's say something about this. Maybe
This is a hidden gem.
hidden gem. It's not a diamond.
It's not a
It's
diamond.
more like an amethyst.
How much was it?
$2.
That's better than the new Captain Marvel movie.
Oh,
Dude, I like the new Captain.
it's
I like
boring
Captain
shit.
Marvel.
Oh my gosh.
Did you see it?
There was like a block. They had Plank from Ed, Ed and Eddie could have done a better job playing Captain Marvel.
What?
She had no acting ability.
No, Brie
she had no
Larson
emotion.
sucks in it.
No, she doesn't.
She had no emotion. Oh God.
You didn't see the movie.
Oh God, she has no emotion. I watched the pirated version. That was
Bad.
No,
I did not want
Okay.
to see that.
It was good. She was good. I don't know if I'm Marvel biased because I didn't like it in the
Zach is
beginning.
the biggest Marvel movie fan
Like,
in this
I
room.
I like Stan
Kind of
Lee
liked
tribute.
her. She grew on
Yeah,
me.
he told me about that Stan
That was
Lee
really
thing.
cool. They should have
The
all-
Stan Lee thing was great. The Mallrats, dude. I'm sorry. I don't have a bad thing to say about Captain Marvel other than I was kind of bored in the beginning. In the beginning, I was bored, but it grew on me because when Sam Jackson got on screen, it was fucking amazing. And it just made me care more about the character because they played well with each other. The way him and that girl, I guess it was Brie Larson that played her.
Yeah, that's pretty large.
And I only
They
know her
played
from
off
that
each
movie
other very
Room.
well. And the de-aging effect on Sam Jackson's face was amazing. And it put me in that place. But when the movie started, I was bored. As soon as she fell through a blockbuster and the 90s shit happened, I'm sorry. There's people that are bashing this movie because of the 90s, but I love that part.
I want to see more 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
90s porn.
Give me
some 90s porn.
Like, give me 90s.
I'm
more,
pissed off
like,
that. What was that show? Everything Sucks. I'm pissed off.
Yeah,
they
come on,
canceled that.
Netflix.
Everything Sucks.
How are you gonna
was my
renew
shit.
some bullshit like a season or a series that needs one fucking season, like A Haunting and wherever, A Haunting at Hill House? How are you gonna give that some bullshit season 2?
Haunting at Hill House was pretty fucking good, though.
It was.
Pretty goddamn good. But, I mean, give me my 90s porn, man. Dude,
Yeah.
96 all the way.
That's where this movie
all the
takes
good
place.
shit's already out.
I'm sorry, I liked Captain Marvel.
That's rad.
I mean, I can't wait to see Thanos beat the shit out of her, because I know that's what's gonna happen. She's not that powerful. Like, everyone's saying she's the most powerful fucking superhero there is. She's more powerful than Thor. Whatever, dude.
So, we'll see you guys
And
on
they
the next...
butchered Nick Fury, though.
No?
How he loses his eye. They
That was-
butchered his story.
That was kind of funny, though.
The original way was a grenade blast in World War II. I'm not going to tell you how he loses it, but they butchered it.
I'll tell him.
I'll probably never see
why-
this
okay.
movie.
Tell
Her
him.
cat.
Huh?
She has
A
a
cat scratches his eye.
Her cat's an alien. It scratched.
That's what it is in the comic book. Her cat is an alien.
anticlimactic.
Well, no matter if
See,
the cat's an
she's
alien,
been-
they just change how he loses
Captain
his
Marvel
eye.
is the most underrated one because
Well, the way he
they
loses
changed-
his eye in the
Nobody likes
fucking...
Captain Marvel.
The way he loses his eye in the comic book is stupid.
What, a grenade blast?
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, they tend to knock people's eyes out.
they turned it into comic relief.
Well, the thing is, in a movie, he's like, the last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye. And he trusted this cat that was an alien. And it bang,
Yeah.
slapped him in
Wow.
the face.
So,
Yeah.
It is Samuel L. Jackson.
We'll see you
I don't
guys.
care, man. God damn it.
good night,
I
everybody.
liked Captain Marvel.
We'll see you guys on the next March Metal Madness episode. Oh, just smoke a cigarette. We're about to film the next one. We'll see you guys in a minute. We're going to do a new metal talk. Be there.